All right, so today we're going to take a deep dive into something that honestly might be a game changer for your YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's your banner.
Okay.
And we've got this fascinating guide here from a YouTuber who actually credits almost 16% of their subscriber growth to their channel page,
Wow.
which includes the banner.
Really?
Yeah, so we're going to kind of break down their tips and strategies,
Okay.
and hopefully you can use those tips and strategies to make yours like a magnet for new subscribers.
Well, that's interesting because, a lot of creators kind of treat the banner as an afterthought,
Yeah.
but it's really prime real estate.
Yeah.
It's often like the first thing people see
Yeah,
when they come to your channel,
for sure.
and it can really make or break that first impression.
Oh, yeah. I've definitely been guilty of that myself, just kind of slapping something together and calling it a day.
Yeah,
But clearly there's more to it.
absolutely. Think of it this way. Your banner is like a visual representation of your channel's brand and content.
Yeah.
It gives potential subscribers like a quick snapshot
Uh-huh.
of what they can expect
Right.
and really entice them to stick around.
Yeah, and our source really emphasizes like this mobile-first mindset.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's something I've totally overlooked in the
A
past.
common mistake,
Okay.
but it's like a crucial one to avoid because most people are browsing YouTube on their phones these days.
Right.
And if your banner's designed primarily for desktop,
Yeah.
it's just going to look cramped and confusing on a smaller screen.
So what's the solution? Like, do we all need to be graphic design wizards or something?
Well, not necessarily. I mean, you can start by just thinking about how your banner will look on a phone screen.
Okay.
Think bigger, bolder fonts,
Yeah.
so the text is easily readable,
Right.
and simplify the design to avoid like visual clutter.
So how about just the actual design? Any tips on making it visually appealing?
Yeah, well, the source has some great advice there. They talk a lot about color harmony. Choosing a color palette that aligns with your channel's brand
Uh-huh.
and complements the colors that you use in your video thumbnails.
Right.
Like if your channel is all about like high energy fitness routines,
Right.
you probably wouldn't choose like a pastel color palette.
Right. It's all about consistency.
Exactly.
Creating that cohesive look and feel.
Exactly. Makes you look more professional
Yeah.
and helps build brand recognition.
Makes sense.
Now, there's always a debate between minimalism and maximalism in design.
Oh, yeah.
Some people swear by clean, simple banners,
Uh-huh.
while others pack in as much as possible.
Well, it seems like the minimalist approach would just get lost in the sea of other channels out there.
You'd think so, right? But a minimalist design can actually be quite effective
Okay.
if it's done well.
Yeah.
It can convey like a sense of sophistication and clarity.
Oh, okay.
It really depends on your content and target audience.
So there's really no one-size-fits-all approach. You
Yeah.
just kind of have to find what works best for you.
Okay. Exactly, and that's where experimentation comes in.
Okay.
The source actually recommends testing different banner designs
Oh, cool.
to see what resonates best with your audience.
Like A/B testing for your banner.
Exactly.
I love that idea. So speaking of standing out, what about the visuals themselves? Like any tips on choosing imagery that really grabs attention?
Yeah, the key here is to use like distinctive imagery
Okay.
that's relevant to your niche,
Yes.
but it also sets you apart from the crowd.
Gotcha.
Like if you have a finance channel, think beyond the typical stock photos of graphs and charts.
Okay.
Get creative. Maybe use an image of someone like confidently managing their budget on a tablet,
Mm-hmm.
or a piggy bank bursting with coins, something that captures the viewer's attention
Right.
and tells them what your channel is all about.
So thinking outside the box,
Yeah.
finding those unique visuals that really speak to your audience.
Exactly.
Now, what about text? How much is too much?
Well, while your channel name is important, think about incorporating a catchy tagline
Okay.
or a concise phrase
Uh-huh.
that captures your channel's unique value proposition.
Okay.
It's about instantly telling viewers what they'll gain by subscribing.
It's like a mini elevator pitch right there on your banner.
Exactly. It gives people a reason to click.
Right.
Now, our source also points out some common banner mistakes
Okay.
that can actually hurt your channel.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so we should talk about those. So one of the biggest mistakes is redundancy.
Okay.
Don't repeat information that's already in your channel logo
Yeah.
or in your profile picture. It's just wasted space.
Okay, good point.
No.
Keep it nice and clean and concise.
Exactly.
What else should we avoid?
Another common mistake is ignoring the call to action,
Oh, okay.
right? You want to make sure that the subscribe button
Right.
and the notification bell are like prominently featured at your banner design.
Okay.
So you're essentially giving viewers a gentle nudge
Right.
to engage with your channel.
Yeah, it's like that old marketing saying, make it easy for them to say yes.
Precisely. Now let's talk about tools. Canva is pretty much like the go-to
Yeah.
for creating banners, especially for beginners.
Uh-huh.
They have tons of free templates, and it's just so user-friendly.
I've used Canva for all sorts of things. I
Yeah.
love how easy it is to customize templates.
Yeah?
But I'm curious, what does our source have to say about Canva specifically for YouTube banners?
Well, they actually recommend using Canva's grid lines
Okay.
to ensure proper mobile optimization.
Oh, okay.
That way you can see exactly how your banner will look on different devices.
Yeah, that's smart.
Right.
Yeah, those grid lines are a lifesaver now with AI tools becoming more and more prevalent. Like, do you think those have a place in banner creation?
Yeah, AI tools are definitely evolving,
Uh-huh.
and they can be helpful for generating certain banner elements like background images or icons.
Okay.
However, I wouldn't rely on them entirely just yet.
Okay.
They might not offer the level of like control and customization you need to create a truly polished banner.
So Canva is still the reigning champ, but it's worth exploring AI tools for specific elements. Okay, I'm starting to see how all these pieces fit together. So if we connect this to the bigger picture, how does a strong banner fit into a YouTuber's overall strategy?
Well, your banner is a key part of your channel's branding,
Right.
which is essential for building trust and recognition.
Okay.
You know, when viewers see a consistent and professional look across your channel,
Yeah.
from your banner to your thumbnails to your video intros, it signals that you take your content seriously.
It's almost like creating a visual identity for your channel. Something that sets you apart.
Yeah.
Makes you memorable.
And remember, you never get a second chance to make a first impression.
Right.
And your banner is often that first impression.
Yeah, for sure.
For potential subscribers, it can make all the difference in whether someone decides to check out your channel
Right.
or move on to the next one.
This has been incredibly insightful. I feel like I need to go back and completely revamp my banner.
Good.
But before we wrap up, is there anything else that we should consider when it comes to creating an awesome banner?
Well, it's important to remember that creating a banner isn't like a one-time task.
Okay.
It's something you should constantly like refine and improve
Okay.
as your channel grows and evolves.
So it's an ongoing process. It's not about getting it perfect on the first try.
Exactly. It's kind of like tending a garden. You know, you plant the seeds, you nurture them, and you watch them grow.
Right.
And sometimes you need to prune back the dead leaves
Yeah.
or adjust your approach based on like the changing seasons.
I love that analogy. Okay, so as our listeners are working on their banners, what's one crucial thing that they should keep in mind to really make it shine?
What's interesting here is that it really boils down to understanding your audience.
Okay.
Who are they?
Right.
What are their interests?
Yeah.
What kind of visual language will resonate with them?
Okay.
If you can answer those questions, you're well on your way to creating a banner that attracts the right viewers
Right.
and encourages them to hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, that's such a crucial point, tailoring your banner to the people that you want to reach.
Right.
Now, before we send our listeners off to become like banner-making masters, any final words of wisdom?
I would just encourage listeners to like embrace the process.
Okay.
Have fun with it.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to experiment. You know,
Okay.
there's no one-size-fits-all approach to banner design.
Yeah.
It's about finding what works best for you and your channel.
Experimentation is key. Now I have one final thought-provoking question
Okay,
for our listeners to ponder as they embark on their banner adventures.
go for it.
What one element could you add to your banner now, though,
Okay.
that would instantly make it more engaging and informative?
Yeah.
Just one thing. Think about it. Is it a stronger call to action?
Okay.
Is it a more captivating image?
Huh.
A tagline that truly captures your channel's essence?
Yeah.
The answer is waiting to be discovered.
That's a brilliant question.
Yeah.
It really forces you to focus on like the essential elements
Yeah.
that will make your banner stand out.
Sometimes the smallest changes can make the biggest difference.
Wow. It's amazing how much we've uncovered about YouTube banners just from this deep dive.
I know, right? We went from thinking they were just decoration
Yeah.
to realizing they're like a powerful tool for attracting subscribers and building a brand.
And it all circles back to that 16% subscriber growth statistic.
Right.
That's not a small number.
Yeah.
It really underscores the impact that a well-designed channel page, including the banner, can have.
Absolutely. So to recap for our listeners, we talked about the importance of a mobile-first mindset.
Yeah.
Strategic design tips like color harmony and distinctive imagery, common mistakes to avoid,
Right.
and the role of tools like Canva and AI That's a lot to digest.
It is, but it's all incredibly valuable. And you know what? I think our listeners are now armed with the knowledge they need
Yeah,
to create banners that truly represent their channels
for sure.
and attract their ideal audience.
I couldn't agree more. This has been an eye-opening deep dive into the world of YouTube banners. Remember, your banner is often the first impression your channel makes, so make it count.
Absolutely.